NH Hotel at Vienna International Airport. So, an airport hotel, and truly a real airport hotel, because you are directly at the airport and only need a few steps to be inside the airport itself. Truly extremely convenient. At least I can certainly and definitely call this a real airport hotel. At least I truly managed to start on a positive note. NH Hotel Vienna Airport, a conference hotel, an airport hotel of outstanding superlatives, renowned for its excellent services. Especially if you have booked with GHA Discovery and are a platinum member there. It all just belongs to one group, and I have to say there are certainly some who would definitely say one thing and others who would indeed say another. The HON, who is the hotel inspector, mentioned that the only complimentary item provided to guests at this hotel is a bottle of water. This is the water I receive every time I stay here, and it is the only free item available to me during my visits. A mini bottle of water for me as a valued platinum member, even if I book here for 10 days, doesn't matter, regardless of the length of my stay. One bottle of water, which is quite disappointing, that's it. And only because I insisted intensely, and because there were certainly a lot of problems during check-in, they gave me an additional bottle. I don't want to hide that. You know, with me, you get the reality. And that's why there was an additional 1-litre bottle of water. I stayed here and was truly speechless at what you can absolutely experience in this NH hotel. And it's not my first time here. Next, it continued with internet access. That means they asked me, would you like internet, specifically premium internet? And I said yes, and I was immediately and without any delay charged in euros, which was unexpected. So they sold me fast internet, which I appreciated, but as a platinum member, fast internet is naturally included and should have been free. It was then my task to carefully and thoroughly elaborate on the situation to the staff member and later to the manager on duty, explaining in detail how it could be that, as a premium customer at an NH hotel, I have to deal with such difficult and challenging situations. Because if I don't ask, I'll end up with a bill, and that means they accepted everything. So, here's a tip right away for this hotel review, especially for those who are traveling and don't want to pay for things that should actually be included for members. And you have to insist on it, do it right from the start, like I did. Then you will save yourself real problems and additional costs in the future. Above all, it can indeed happen, and I read about it more and more often, that many people check out, the hotel bill is correct, and then the credit card is charged again. In my honest opinion, a very difficult point, but it is actually implemented in reality. And that's why my tip is to really check it and insist that the credit card charge is only for the total amount and not much more, to ensure accuracy and avoid any discrepancies in the billing process. Let's move on to the check-in. What happened here is a data breach. This hotel is not secure in terms of data. This is my personal impression. This is how I experienced it. It means that I was given a paper to sign for check-in, which had my name at the top, but completely different information. A person with the same name, but in a different place. How can that happen? Impossible. And as they confirmed to me here, it happens much more often. That means I hand over my passport and all the information is on it. And the staff member was not able to verify if this is the person who is checking in now. That means they just took someone with the same name as me and checked me in. Yes, sign here, she said. Now here's a very important tip. Check beforehand if you are indeed the person listed on the paper. This can have extremely serious consequences, including potentially serious legal ones. That's why it's dramatic that I have learned information about a person, a guest of the hotel, which I normally should not be allowed to know about. It is quite surprising and unexpected. In my opinion, a data breach usually also involves legal consequences. Let's move on, because it was said that this happens more often. So it probably happens with my data as well. That's why I want to address this hotel management again in this video. I've already mentioned it below, but I want to say it here again. You need to make sure this doesn't happen again. Because if it happens again, it is important to note that it's not a trivial matter, but it needs to be legally examined and thoroughly by the relevant authorities to ensure that such occurrences are minimized, whether it's even possible for it to happen so often. And what is also important in this context is that the staff need more training. The management fails completely here because, for example, when guests come into the house, I stand there and check in, which is a very sensitive data area. People are coming, so other guests are getting closer and then they stand on the right and left. And it is not my job to inform these guests that this is a private area and that check-in is happening here. Rather, it is the employee's responsibility to tell the other guests to please maintain a distance of 2 meters or 3 meters. I am in a check-in process here, but this is not being done. I had to explain all of this to the staff. Even the manager on duty, there are things that I personally find to be an absolute no-go and they simply shouldn't happen. Because what happens? We live in difficult times where if someone stands next to me, right next to me, maybe with a skimming device, they can steal the data from my credit card. Because we know within a range of about 3 meters, they can skim it. And from this perspective, the hotel should pay a bit more attention to our safety. But overall, the issue of safety in this hotel is downright terrible. You can simply walk into this hotel, go down to the bathing area, to the sauna, and enjoy a sauna session there. You can simply go up to the rooms by pressing down there, for example, you say 6th July floor. Then you go to the 6th, 7th floor, and when your door is open, you go in and get all your stuff or check yourself in. This is possible in this hotel, at an airport hotel. So you see, I'm still talking about security, and I haven't even mentioned cleanliness yet. Dramatic conditions at the NH Hotel here at Vienna Airport. Actually a really nice hotel, but the staff is completely overwhelmed, poorly trained, and it's a tragedy that things haven't improved here. I remember other videos. Feel free to check out my other videos. It has always been dramatic. There was always a problem because either the staff didn't speak German or they weren't really knowledgeable, and then an incorrect bill would come afterward. So either it's still the same management and they simply haven't done anything, or it's about time they really start training, especially for us customers. And that brings us to the next topic. Now I'll move from security to service. It can't be no one is prepared for me to arrive at an NH hotel as a platinum member from GHA Discovery. They always promise everything will be great and they look forward to my stay, but they didn't know I was coming. That can't be. This is unacceptable. And placing such a measly bottle of water here is really petty and, in my opinion, an impossible situation for us platinum members, titanium members, who are ultimately loyal customers here, especially VIP guests. I then asked about the late checkout and they wanted to charge me 35 euros more. For platinum members, it's included if available, unlike regular guests who only come here once. For them, it's clear and it's a good service, but for us, it's included. That's what we save on. Just like premium internet access. This is absolutely part of our service, especially for higher tier members. I have now picked out a towel at this very moment right here, so you can see what this dirt on the towels actually looks like. I hope you can see it. I can only recommend to each of you when you come to such a hotel, this generally applies to all hotels, but especially at the airport, go and thoroughly check for cleanliness first. So, you go into the bathroom, very carefully unfold all the towels and hold each and every one of them up to the light, one by one. Because when you hold them up to the light, you can see if there are any greasy stains from the previous guest, maybe love stains or other things, indicating that they haven't been properly cleaned. The dishwashing detergents are also no longer the best, because of course everything has to be biodegradable. So take a good look at it from this angle. Aside from the age of these towels, we have posts here in Austria, and I don't expect to have posts here at the NH Hotel, but maybe there is a cheaper version of it that is still fluffy. And above all, throwing away old towels, that's something hotels don't do. They keep the old things until the very end. You think this can't be true. Sometimes you have to dry yourself with sandpaper. And that's really an impossible situation. The beds are good and the pillows are good too. The comfort in this room, a renovated premium room, is acceptable for an airport hotel. Much worse, especially Novo Hotel and Mercur. But this category of NH Hotel is almost comparable to Novo Hotel, Mercur Hotel, Courtyard Hotel, and even Ibis Hotel. Even though there is a Moxie back here, where I have also stayed before, you can see the review on YouTube, I would say it is somewhat better than the Moxie. Cleanliness is a major issue for housekeeping because they only have a limited amount of time to clean things. They go through these rooms very quickly. And we will conduct a test. I now have a nice clean cloth here, and I'm just going to wipe around the room to see what comes out. That was here in front of the window. And if that's already happening here in front, then I shouldn't be surprised if there are major problems for allergy sufferers throughout the entire room because it's not being cleaned properly. So cleanliness and safety are the important topics for us guests in the hotel. This hotel, the NH Hotel, absolutely completely fails in terms of cleanliness and safety and security. When it comes to service, it's the same story. So the three big important S's for us customers, service, cleanliness, safety, I would say in this NH Hotel here at Vienna Airport, it's an absolute no-go. And for you, there's also a room tour of this hotel.
I just wanna go further. You don't let me hold me, obeyed you, yeah. Give me where you stole me. Let me lick 'cause I'm falling. Need it, I need it. I'm so tired of this, I'm tired of the fights, I'm tired of the pressure. I don't wanna go wherever you go, 'cause love is so wasted. And you got me fist and I don't want to.